Hey everybody, welcome to Calamity Junction. My name is Drop Shadow. With me as always is my good friend Holty. How's it going,
Yeah.
man?
I'm tired for some reason. I guess it's just the holiday and
Like,
everything because we're recording this the day after Christmas because we
yep.
haven't been able to get together for some reason for like the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I'm partially to blame there. I was a couple weeks ago. I just fighting off a migraine like all day. I was like, dude, I can't. I no lie came home, just ate. I didn't even feel like eating. I just ate a little bit and then like I crashed, man. I it felt like my head was gonna fucking explode.
I'm
It was
sorry to
bad.
hear that.
It was bad. It was bad. And that's when I texted you. I was like, nah, I can't do it today, man.
Yeah, and just unfortunately the weekends are just not good for me ever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, same here. Like weekends are normally like family time, you know. That's when the wife and I go out and do stuff. We're doing stuff with the dogs. So that's kind of like family days.
yeah, I mean I get that. That's generally what Sundays are supposed to be for.
Yep.
It's the day of relaxation and rest and not giving a crap what everybody says. Where you can wear sweatpants to the freaking grocery
Sweat
store and
sweatpants
nobody's
to
judging you.
church. Sweatpants to
No,
church,
no.
man.
You got to get suited and booted to go to church if you want to do that. There is no
Nah,
sweatpants to church.
nah, nowadays, no, I don't know, man. People seem to give a fuck less and less every year.
Yeah, yeah, I like it when people don't care. That's my
Hmm.
biggest thing. I like it when people don't care.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this morning, day after Christmas, is something I like to do. Is I like to go to. Speaking of going to the grocery store, I went to the grocery store this morning because places like Food Lion and everything have all of their holiday stuff generally like 75% off.
Hmm.
And so I went there because my biggest thing is I like to find nuts. I like to find, like bags of mixed nuts or
Like in the shell or like
yeah, and I like
okay.
to because nuts are great snacks, and generally they're like $8 a bag. But when they're down to like $2 a bag, I try to stock up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I went to 3 Food Lions this morning and only got one bag of nuts. I guess I was beaten out.
Fuck is it unless there's a nut shortage just like every fucking thing else.
Yeah, I mean there was plenty. Okay, so they had nuts. They only had like bags of pecans.
Hmm.
Only one store had a bag of like mixed,
Hmm.
with like Brazilian and all that kind of stuff, which I like. Last
Walnuts
year,
and
last year for some reason I got like about 8 or 9 bags of what are those nuts, hazelnuts. Those
oh
are
yeah, the
good.
little acorn looking things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I would crack those open. I ate those like as snacks. I would just crack them open and just eat them. It was really good.
yeah, yeah. Especially with some chocolate syrup on top. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I also got what else did I get? Oh, my alarm's going off because we're supposed to be doing the podcast right now. The other thing I got was I got a bunch of Ziploc bags, which were really cheap. They were like 75 cents a piece.
Well, like the holiday kinds or
Yeah, they had like little holiday prints. They're normally like $4 for like 20 Ziploc bags, but they were like 80 cents because they got little snowmen and stuff on them. That's the kind of stuff I like.
not only do you hunt for the deals on games, but you also hunt for the deals on Ziploc bags and nuts.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the deals on games, right now, right after Christmas, buy two get one free at GameStop. All
Yeah, they
pre-owned games.
I saw they had some weird thing like buy five, get half off, buy three, get 30% off. What the fuck was that about?
I may have to look at that because sometimes they do that where they do, hey, spend $100 and buy at least 5 games, you generally get like
Like
half
half
off.
off, like the total purchase or just on one item?
No, it's generally the total purchase.
Oh shit.
I may have to look that up because I didn't see that. I just saw the buy whatever, get whatever free. In fact, while we're looking,
Yeah, I go on like I don't know if you ever look up Wario 64 on Twitter.
nah, I
I,
don't. I
I
just go to GameStop.com
oh
and I
well yeah.
see.
But
Let's see.
this dude Wario, he posts like I've been following for years, man, but he posts like game deals like and no matter what corner of the internet it comes from, he'll put it up there, man, with a link and everything. So Like Shin Megami Tensei, I saw the other day that $35. He had it on there. Bam.
I think a lot of their games are 50% off. I don't know if it's generally a buy a certain amount right now, because what I'm seeing on the GameStop website
Mm-hmm.
is I'm saying end of the year sale up to 50% off games. There's also a buy two get one free.
Mm-hmm.
Shopping clearance 50%. I mean, I guess you get no, and it's 50% off. Generally, when they do the 50% off, it's
Yeah.
50% off new games because they'll let their buy two get one free, stay there. Oh, this
Yeah.
is cool. Have you seen they have 50% off Pokemon Silver plush and figures?
What?
Yeah.
I'm all about some Pokemon plushes,
Yeah.
man.
Let me share this link to you if I can.
Deal of the day. Far Cry
Chat.
6 up to 50% off.
There you go.
Let's see what we got.
Oh yeah, because Far Cry 6 did not do so well.
Oh, really? Good news for me
No.
because it'll be cheap soon.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, it's a Ubisoft game. Those games always go down.
Oh,
every time.
I kind of don't like these.
Really?
Excuse
You don't
me.
like the plushes?
Yeah, they're weird. The like shiny silver ones. I don't like those, man.
Yeah, but for $3-4, I can learn to love them.
I
Or
guess.
I could buy them and take them to a convention and sell them for $10 a piece.
Or yeah, just buy them and use them as backup Christmas gifts for next year.
Exactly. Do you do that? Do you buy like gifts throughout the year and just like?
No, my wife does though. I don't do that. I always wait till the last minute because I'm irresponsible. But my wife, she'll see something like in May and then think, man, that would be a good gift for so and so. But then it'll just sit in the closet for like 2 years, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, we don't have a gift for this person. Let's just give him this thing I got.
That's the thing is I remember that from that '70s show. You remember that show?
Yeah, yeah,
Where Red Foreman, I thought the best thing he ever did was he was like, "Hey, I always forget anniversaries and I forget birthdays and special occasions and this is the anniversary of the first time we went on a date or whatever." So what he
yeah.
did was he would just buy like 5 or 6 like
Stockpile.
mid-sized gifts
Yeah.
and just like put them in a closet, and whenever
Yeah.
whenever his wife would be like, "I can't believe you forgot what day it is," he's like, "Of course I didn't forget. Give me a second." He would just go run and grab one.
Grab
And it
one
would
of
be like
them.
little things like little art kits or, just small things. Never big gifts, but I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty smart of him until
That's not a bad. I'm sure he got found out.
no, what happened was he told Hyde about it, the actor who played Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
And so Hyde was like, "Oh shoot!" And he did that one time with Jackie, but Jackie found the bag and thought all the gifts were for her. So
Oh
he got
shit.
found out one day when it was like, "Oh, it was one of those special days," and he ran to the bag to try to get something, but nothing was in there. I'm like,
Wow.
that
I
is
may
that
have
is
to.
still a smart idea.
I may have to do that. Yeah. So Far Cry 6, $25 for PS5. Holy crap! It must have flopped.
Well, I
It
don't know if
must have flopped.
it definitely was not great. However, I know that a lot of Ubisoft games they always go on sale like within a week of them coming out.
Yeah, I saw that Valhalla was like $15 on Amazon or something.
Right. Well, I mean that game's a year old, and it just got some DLC released actually,
Yeah, the Ragnarok DLC. Yeah.
which I have not played. I have not played a DLC on a Assassin's Creed game since Odyssey,
Hmm.
which I still got to finish the last DLC on that.
Yeah, the was it the Atlantis one? I don't think I even got that one. I was
They did
just
they
so
did it.
burnt out.
No, that was that Origins. No, that was Odyssey.
Yeah,
Their
Odyssey was at
DLC.
Atlantis, I think.
They had a few DLCs actually. They had a story-based
Wasn't it
DLC.
like
They had
episodic or
Atlantis.
something?
Yeah, something like that.
Hmm.
And then they had the DLC where you went to like Tartarus, and then you went to
Oh shit, you go to like the
maybe.
underworld and
Oh yeah,
shit?
you go to the underworld, and then you go to the middle world, and then you go to Olympus.
Damn, we're getting into some God of War shit now.
It was really good. I mean,
God of War Assassin's Creed. I like it. I like it. Before we get too far into this though, what's been in your console? I know it's been a couple weeks. So
mhm.
I know there've been a few things in your console.
Probably. All right. So I think last time we talked about how I wasn't really doing too much. The Halo 5 or Halo Infinite just came
Mm-hmm.
out, and
Mm-hmm.
I was disappointed that was open world.
Mm-hmm.
But I gave it a fair shot, and I played, probably about a third, if not closer to half of it. It's okay. I'll say this. It wasn't as bad as I initially thought it was going to be,
Mm.
but it's still not grabbing my attention to where I wake up and I'm like, man, I want to play this, or I got to do this type of
Yeah,
thing.
man, it's been a long time since I had a game like that. To be honest with you.
The game that was like that for me was uh, Guardians of the Galaxy, man. I know we've talked about it, but that was
Yeah,
such a good game.
yeah, but I remember it's still on my list. Definitely need to pick it up when it drops in price a little bit.
Dude, it was $25 when I picked up. Dude, there's a buy two get one free. See what it's costing right now. If
Oh
it's
yeah,
if it's
let's
a
see.
problem, man, I'll send you my copy and you can freaking play it. Because I've played it. And once I play it, I'm pretty much done. I
Let's
don't think
see.
there's going to be any DLC for it. If there is, I actually may go and buy the DLC.
Well, they just came out with DLC for Avengers, so the
Well, yeah,
Spider-Man thing.
nobody gives a crap about Avengers.
I'll play it for Spidey.
Everybody, well, no, I don't even think it's worth it to play for Spidey. From what I've heard,
Mm.
it's not like it's the Insomniac Spidey. It's not, it's not anything that's interesting. It's basically the same kind of gameplay and the same kind of like basic moves.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
sadly.
yeah. Oh well, I'll check it out and just give it a fair shot. I picked it up when it was shit like $10 maybe at one
It's
point.
free right now on Game Pass.
Are you serious?
But of course, it doesn't have the Spider-Man because that's strictly Sony.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I'm gonna admit something to you
Hmm.
right now. You've been asking me to do something, and I've straight up just been ignoring you based on the fact that I didn't want to deal with it.
What's up?
You've been asking me for my address for about a month now, so you could send me a Christmas card.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I straight up ignored that because I was like, I don't want a Christmas card.
I figured after the second time I asked you, it was like, all right,
You asked me like 4 times,
well,
and I just straight up ignored you. Not to be malicious or because I'm a grumpy and I hate
well,
Christmas,
I'm
just
I'm about
because
to hand deliver this shit to you. So,
God. Then I'm gonna feel bad that you drove all the way, and I'm like, fine, let's go out to lunch. I'll buy you lunch.
well, no, yeah, we can talk about it after the show, man. But I had planned on stopping by anyway. I'm on vacation for 2 more weeks, so
Oh no,
you
well,
know,
okay, we can talk about that a little bit more.
yeah.
Um,
So what's been in my console? Okay,
yeah, what's
so
been in your console?
I've played this game called Man Eater. I know if you
Oh,
heard
the
of it,
shark.
the shark game. Yeah, basic
Yeah.
Jaws Unleashed 2, basically.
Interesting enough
um,
about that game, I got it last year as part of a buy two get one free from Target, where I
yep.
got Valhalla, I got that game, and I
Hmm.
got Cold War.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. How are you liking it?
I beat it 100%, man.
Really?
I actually had a fun time with it. Yeah, I even played through the DLC because PlayStation Network's got this big sale going on, like end of the year sale. I think till mid January. There's like a ton of DLC shit on sale. So take a look on. There's a couple of good games on there too. I picked up for like $2.
That's not
Um,
bad.
so definitely check it out, man. They got DLC. I picked up DLC for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Picked up the Maneater DLC. There's DLC for Hitman 2, which is normally $40, but it was on sale for $10. It's like, how the fuck am I not gonna get it, right?
Right.
There's a couple of cool games too. I picked up Caldarus Blaze.
Is that a JRPG or something?
No, it's like a 2D classic shoot 'em up,
Okay.
kind of like Darius Twin or the games like that, or what's the famous one?
I don't know.
I can't even think of any of them right now, but something like the classic 2D shoot 'em ups, like
like Gradius
R
or
type, R type or
Space
Gradius.
Harrier?
Yeah, yeah, R type or Gradius. Darius Twin was a good one, but or 1942. Shit, remember that
Pretty
one?
much, pretty much,
1943.
pretty much every other game on Action 52.
Yeah, pretty much. It's really good though. It's really good. $2, so
Okay.
definitely check that out. There's another one I got for $5. It's something Wing Zero or uh, Dark Wing or something like that. But it's like
Darkwing Duck, the
no,
game.
no, not Darkwing Duck, but it was
Don't get me excited. I
it's
love
a
Dark.
it's a Japanese game where like you customize these like mech suits and you can go out and it's kind of like a rail shooter type game. It's the gameplay reminds me a lot of Star Fox. Um,
The
but
good
like
Star Fox.
yeah, like the classic Star Fox, like SNES and 64.
Ah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, and I think that one was like $6. So there's some good stuff on there. I highly recommend anybody listening if this goes up before mid January, which I'm doing my damnedest to get it up, but definitely check out PlayStation Network. There's a lot of good stuff on there. But aside from Maneater, I racked in a ton of Switch games for Christmas.
What'd you get?
Big. Oh, dude, I got let's see, I got Octopath Traveler, which is in my Switch right now. I love it. Fantastic. I love the art style, reminiscent of 16-bit Super Nintendo, like Chrono Trigger, but it kind of has this like 3D feel to it too.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you think like 3D Dot Game Heroes or something like that. Um, so it's like a mix of 2D, 3D sprites. It's really cool. I got the essentials, Mario Odyssey, Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I just got my Switch this year, so I'm like catching up from
Oh, I didn't know that. You didn't
the
have a
whole.
Switch this whole time?
I've been stubborn and holding off and waiting on it, because I keep thinking like, oh man, as soon as I get one, there's gonna be like a Switch Pro or a Switch 2, some fucking crap is gonna come out
Yeah,
that
the
makes
OLED.
yeah, the OLED. Well, no, we'll get into that later. But Nintendo rumors that I've been reading up on. We'll get into that later. But I held off for so long because I was like, dude, like Switch. I've been buying like Switch games strategically, like on the cheap, but like I just was holding off on the console itself. But
Can I
um,
suggest one to you?
what's up?
And definitely get this on GameStop because good luck trying to find it physically. I have been having a rough time trying to find it physically. There's a game called Moonlighter.
Moonlighter. Okay.
Okay, it's a very good game. I actually highly enjoyed this game. It's a bit of a dungeon crawler, but it
Okay.
reminds me a lot of like Stardew, but not necessarily. So Moonlighter is you play as a guy who goes through dungeons at night to get stuff to sell in his shop.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an aspect where you set the price of stuff that you sell in shop, and the more that you go through these dungeons, the more dungeons you unlock, the better
Mm-hmm.
stuff, the
Mm-hmm.
higher you can set your prices. It's actually a really good game, and I
Oh,
was
looks pretty cool.
finally able to find it physically on the Switch. I've been looking for it for a while. I've played it, because it was on Game Pass. It's on PlayStation now if you want to give it a shot.
Yeah, for sure. It
But
looks cool.
I've had the darndest time trying to find it physically on the Switch, and I finally found it.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
and it's only like $30, but I didn't want to order it online in case I didn't get a real case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was finally able to track down a copy of Astral Chain for the Switch. It hasn't come in yet, but like used copies are going for like $60, man. I got one for like 40. Um,
Yeah.
and that was like the cheap end. Like that's one of those games that came out, I think 2, 3 years ago, and it's always been on my radar, but like I never picked it up. I was waiting for it to drop, and it's one of those games that went the opposite direction.
If you
It's
can find a copy, I'm looking for a physical copy of Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy.
okay
It was a remake from
for the
the
Switch. Okay,
yeah, which I
because I got
had
the I
once
got the
upon a time.
PS2 one. So
Yeah, but it came out on the Switch. They did a re-release. I had it, and I don't know what happened to it. I still have the case, but I don't know what happened to the game. and I've been trying my darndest to find it
Hmm.
ever since then. But no, GameStop does not have it. It's not online unless it is, in which case I'm going to buy it right now. But no, every time I've looked, it's never been online. Speaking of this buy two get one free, there are two games I'm looking at actually potentially getting during this whole sale, but I don't know if I want to spend the money because they're higher end games. And
Well,
I
here's
don't
Sphinx on Amazon, man.
for the Switch.
Yeah,
How much
used
is it?
59 used.
Yeah, it was 30 when it came out.
Yeah, damn.
That's what I'm saying. Is it's $14 at GameStop if it's in stock.
Mm.
So
It's like one of those where you got to just check every GameStop. You never know. Like some GameStops have some shit that isn't online. So
that's how I found Moonlighter. Is that they didn't even have it listed online, but
yep,
somebody in the retro group that I'm in said, "Hey, there was actually one at this one place."
yeah,
And I called them, and they were like, "Yeah, we got it." And I was like, "Oh crap, yeah, hold it for me." And I drove over there and I got it.
yeah. That's how I was able to get the Bayonetta 2, the 2-pack for Wii U.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man. I was still living in North Carolina at the time, and I found a copy of the Holly Springs GameStop. Like I had
which
driven.
is closed at this point.
Is it closed
It's
now?
closed
Wow.
now. Yeah, I was there the days that it was closing, and they gave me. I think I sent you the picture. You remember that picture of all those markers and the batteries and all that stuff I got from a GameStop for free?
I don't think I remember that.
Yeah, they gave me a GameStop bag full of markers and batteries and all this other stuff,
All this
and I bought a
GameStop
couple
stuff.
games. Yeah, that they were literally just emptying their drawers into a freaking bag for me. Like, you want this here? Take it.
Damn. I would have been there grabbing some posters or some of their shit too.
All that was gone. I tried to grab. I wanted that DS display case shit, but they freaking sold it. It was only $20, and they sold it
Yeah,
before
that
I
would
could
I
get there.
that's what I would have been after, the kiosks,
Oh,
definitely.
all the kiosks were sold. Uh, I had a chance to get a Nintendo Switch. One of those big Nintendo Switch kiosks, like at Best
Wow.
Buy. But
Yeah.
where the hell would I have put it? And
I don't know.
it was like $80, and I was like,
Centerpiece in your living room, I guess.
it would have taken up my entire living room.
Hey, worth it.
Maybe.
You don't
I
need a
I,
couch.
I
You
want
don't
a
need a
game.
couch.
I want an N64 or GameCube kiosk. I think that'd be. I know
Yeah.
there's still McDonald's that have the N64 kiosk. I'm just trying to get them.
You probably got to get like a McDonald's warehouse or something, man.
I'll find it one day. I'll find it. So
Yeah.
speaking of Manhunter, it's one of those games I played halfway through and just stopped.
Mm.
You know,
Well, it's one of those games that you can pretty much autopilot through, like there isn't really a lot of thought behind it.
but like
Um,
I got stuck for so long. I couldn't figure out how to level up, and it's like I
mhm.
can't take on a level 8 crocodile. I'm only level 3, and I'm like an hour in, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
am I
it's
supposed to?
really hard in the beginning. You just have to eat everything.
Yeah. And then I
Yeah.
realized, oh, I just can kind of cheese a lot of bosses by doing this and rolling and doing this and rolling,
Hmm.
and I'm like, oh, it's like I'm playing Dark Souls. You
Yeah.
just swipe, roll, 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 swipe, roll, 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 swipe, roll, roll, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh God.
Yeah.
So I could, but
Um,
I mean, I understood the appeal. Plus, I thought the story was great, and I thought the
mhm.
voiceover was the guy who did Cyril Figgis
Yeah.
and in Archer, and I was like,
Hmm.
all right, or yeah, and I was like, yeah, I like that. So I thought that was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I
Or
liked
he
how it
played
was like
Jerry. He's Jerry in uh Rick and Morty.
yeah,
For
Rick and
those of you who
Morty.
don't know Archer, he's Jerry in Rick and Morty.
Yeah. I liked how it was kind of set up like a reality TV show, like those like fake badasses, like
Yeah.
the crab hunters and all that bullshit. Like
Like,
we're badass. Like, no, what the
welcome to
fuck?
Louisiana Bayou,
Yeah, this
where the
fucking
crocodiles are everywhere.
I'm gonna get them in that shark, boy. I'm gonna give me that shark now.
We gonna make that gator jerky.
We're gonna make
Kinda like,
that shark gumbo. We're gonna put some onion in there.
which I will say, when I gave a shot to Mafia 3, I haven't gone back to it, but when I gave a shot to Mafia 3, one of the first things I did, because it takes place in Louisiana,
Hmm.
was kill a guy and throw him in the water to feed him to a shark
Oh
or to
yeah,
a
to feed them in a
alligator.
crock. Yeah,
I got an achievement for it, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
really. Like I didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't even know
there's an
that was an.
achievement for
Did you
jumping a
know?
body in the
Did you
body.
know, or did you just do it and then it
I
popped? And you're
kind
like,
of knew.
oh,
I think I heard about it. I heard about people saying, "Oh yeah, the first thing I did was dump a body in there," and I was like, "Oh, I think that's an achievement." So I went ahead and I did.
that's like the one in the original Red Dead Redemption, where you tie up a damsel and throw her on her train tracks.
Yeah, doing the old snively whiplash or whatever.
Dick dastardly bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So how was your holiday,
it
man? It was
wasn't bad. I will say this: I started a train of thought and I didn't finish it. There's two games I'm looking at as far as the buy two get one free that
mhm.
are a little up there. Animal Crossing, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't play it,
Mhm.
but it's like $40 right now, and I
Mhm.
have the Animal Crossing Switch. Even
Mhm.
though I'm not really a big Animal Crossing fan, that was just what was available when I bought my new Switch because I had one, but then it didn't. It stopped working after a while.
Oh
Um,
man, sucks.
I have that every console, man. I've gone through. If I get
Hence
another
why I wait.
PlayStation 4, it'll get my fourth play. It'll be my third PlayStation 4. I'm
Jesus.
currently on my second Xbox One. Yeah, man, I play these things and they just burn out for some reason. I have the worst luck with consoles.
Dust, man. Like once a month, I open all my shit up and clean the dust out. You'd be amazed how much
Yeah,
shit that accumulates in a month, man.
I try to blow it out with compressed air, but
Yeah, that's not enough sometimes. Like you got to get in there and wipe that fan. I mean,
yeah.
that's the big thing. Clean the heat sinks out and everything else, man.
The other game I'm looking at is actually they have some used copies now of Pokemon Pearl and Diamond, the remakes.
Yeah, I actually just got Shining Pearl for Christmas. Those was one of the other ones I got. I mean,
So
I raked in on it was a
oh
Nintendo
yeah.
year for me, man, for Christmas.
But the thing is like, all right, so you know, Animal Crossing is like 45, then the
Hmm.
Diamond and Pearl, whichever one I get, is like 60. And
Hmm.
then I'm like, all right, well, what's another $40 game? I don't know if there's another $40 game that I want to do with this buy two get one free. Because I don't even know if I'm going to play Animal Crossing or Pokemon. It's just more of a thing that is like, yeah, I
Yeah.
have it.
You get Snap.
Okay, you know what? That is actually a good idea. I have
Yeah.
not played the new Snap.
Yeah.
Um,
That just came out, didn't it? Like a couple
No,
months
no,
ago?
it came out
Or over the summer or something?
yeah, over the summer.
Something like that.
And I've been looking at it and
Hmm.
maybe that might be the one that I get with it. So I might get two Pokemon games and might get the other game I just mentioned that I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I think that might be it. That might be it. But again, it's like, do
Sounds
I
like
want
you're
to spend
making a trip.
$100?
That's on you, man. I mean, you know,
I mean, I'm supposed to meet a guy within the next day or two. I was supposed to meet him today, but I just don't feel like going out there today. I might meet him on Tuesday
mhm.
and drop $50 on one game, on one GameCube game that I don't have in my collection.
What is it?
WarioWare Super Mega Party game. It's that WarioWare game for the
Oh, for the
GameCube.
GameCube. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's only charging me 50. There's no manual, and the disc it plays, but it's not the best condition. But
Man,
that
GameCube
game,
has always been a pain in the ass to get.
yeah.
I mean, holy crap, man.
But the thing is like that game disc only is going for about 65. This one
Shit.
at least has the case.
I think half the first party titles at this point are going 60 loose.
I got lucky, man. I got lucky over the summer with that yard sale that I messaged you about,
Hmm.
where every game was $3,
Oh,
including all
fuck
those
that.
GameCube games. Oh my god.
Were they all scratched to shit or were they?
Hell no. They
Oh,
were
man.
beautiful. I think I sent you the thing about it. $3 GameCube games, man. And
That's unheard of.
I finished like a lot of the games that I was looking for. Like I got Luigi's Mansions, Paper Mario,
Hmm.
Pikmin 1 and 2, Mario Party 6 I needed. Plus I got a bunch of other games
Don't
like Mario Kart and stuff like that
don't
that I
tell me
had
you
to
got a
trade off.
chibi robo in there or
No. If I had gotten a Chibi Robo, I would have let you know. Because
yeah.
why is everybody going bonkers over freaking Chibi Robo?
It's just that one game.
Is that the grail now of GameCube? Is Chibi?
No, it's one of them, but there's also shit Cubivores.
Okay, yeah, Cubivores. I would
Yeah.
assume that's probably the Grail because that's like a $200-300 game.
Yeah, that's an insane, and it's an Atlas game, so they always.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I wish I still had? Sadly, I wish I still had my sculptor's cut.
Yeah. You got rid of it?
Back when times were tough. Yeah, I got rid of everything that got stolen from me, man.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, I've got my collection back pretty well, but
I
you
remember
know,
how long it took you to find that sculptor shot too.
yeah, and it was the sun damaged, but it was authentic. And back then, you could get a sculptor's cut for like 300-400. Now it's triple the price. What? My cat is meowing at me. Hobbs, leave me alone.
Hey, pay attention to me.
Hang on, I'm gonna put him on my lap so he shuts up. Yeah, so I wish I still money. Okay, you're gonna run away. Fuck you. Yeah.
Nope,
So
nope, nope. I don't want that. Nope.
I wish I would have hung on to it, but the thing is like every single year, I seem to find like one good lot, and it seems to be going in order.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first started collecting, when I was in Fayetteville with you, I
Mm-hmm.
guess not every year, maybe it's every other year, every 2-3 years. I found that NES lot that I kept.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was a couple years later, it was the Super Nintendo lot.
Yeah.
And then I got a N64 decent bundle.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's GameCube. Now I would say that means the next one is going to be Wii. I'm constantly finding Wii's. I'm getting Wii's for $1 because nobody cares about the Wii.
Yeah. There was a period of time though, like I think last or before COVID started, that like Mario Galaxy was going for like $80. I was like, what?
Yeah. It's no longer going for that. I even had a sealed Mario Galaxy 2 and a sealed Twilight Princess, and I sold
Mm-hmm.
them for 100 apiece.
Get out of
To
here.
collectors. To collectors. I sold them to fellow collectors who aren't going to sell it because they will be ostracized in the collecting community if they do that.
Man, $100. Well, it is sealed, but still,
It was
fuck.
sealed. It was $100 a piece. I paid $3 for them. I made, you know, $196 off of that.
Yeah.
And the thing is I would have rather traded, but he was straight up just like, "Hey, I don't have anything you want, but I'd like to buy them." And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "All right." They were sealed. They had a couple smudges on them, but they were factory sealed.
Yeah, I don't have too many sealed. I told you the sealed Super Nintendo controller that I got from a coworker. He's just like, here you go. I found it in some of my old shit, and I know you like this stuff, so here. I was like, wow. I was honestly speechless.
That's pretty cool.
It's sealed, man, like factory sealed Super Nintendo controller.
Yeah,
I was
the
like,
only I don't collect sealed. I don't like it because all it is, it's a statue at that point.
yeah, it's a status thing, I think. You know,
Yeah.
um, I don't really try to collect complete in box shit, especially for because it's like, I mean, it's cool. Like, I got my Yoshi's Island complete in box because I like Yoshi, but like, there are guys out there that go for complete in box, like complete N64 collection, complete in box. Can you fucking imagine the amount of money and time that would
That's
take?
no, a lot of those people who do that, I'm going to be honest, they just spend the money and then they get rid of it. They have almost zero emotional attachment to it because they didn't find it at a yard sale. They didn't spend months hunting this stuff.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people who are like, "Oh, I finished my N64 collection in a year." And I'm like, "Where'd you buy it?" He's like, "Oh, I just bought eBay
eBay,
and stuff." And I'm
yeah.
like, "Okay, so you have no attachment to this." It becomes essentially like buying gold and then just waiting for it to appreciate and then selling it.
Or just, trying to be elitist about it. Like, oh yeah, I got the full
They,
N64 collection. Fuck
it
you.
became a flash in the pan hobby. Like a lot of people get into these hobbies that are like not there for a long time, and they're just like, yeah, I did it, and now what? Oh,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
get.
Yeah. I mean, no. It's just so weird to me that all this nerdy shit is like cool, and like so many people try to attach themselves to it.
Yeah, we're not getting beaten
Eh,
up in high school for bringing our Pokemon cards or middle school,
yeah. Or get called, names and
or
ostracized for all that.
people trying to steal our Game Boys or trying to steal our cards so they could rip them in half and laugh at us. Not that that's ever happened once, more than once. Don't worry, I punched that kid who did it.
Maybe in high school,
I
that
never
may
did.
happen.
No, it was elementary, middle for me.
Mm.
Yeah. One kid on the bus was like, "Man, let me see your Pokemon card," and I was like, "All right." I gave him an energy, and he ripped it in half. And then he was like, "Oh man, sorry about that. Let me see this other card." And I was like, "Okay." And I showed him like a Blastoise, and he's like, "I'm gonna rip it in half unless you cry." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like,
Like,
"Yeah, I want you to cry, or I'm gonna rip it in half."
I'm
So
gonna
I just
kick your
screwed up my
teeth in.
so I just screwed up my face a little bit, like I was gonna, and he gave it back, and then yeah, and then he never bothered me again
That's
because he
just
got in
weird.
trouble for doing that.
That's so weird.
I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, oh, you want to see? It's just people were weird. This was what happened back in the '90s and
Mhm.
early 2000, like 2000.
That's why most of us older people are like, just pessimistic about everything.
Yeah, we don't talk to people about our hobbies. Now it's all, hey, no kink shaming, no none of this. It's cool to be who you are. Like, fuck you. Grow up when I did, when you had to hide this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like liking anime in high school was like so taboo, man. I remember
Um,
that.
Spending time instead of like playing video games, instead of going out with your friends or playing sports
Or
was
smoking
cool.
weed or whatever they used to do in high school.
Yeah,
There
like,
was
oh no,
a
you
I
don't smoke
remember
weed, you don't drink. What's wrong with you? And I'm
yeah,
like,
what's wrong with you?
I don't like it.
I'm 15. Man,
Yeah, like it's
I
not for me.
I remember there was a group of dudes in my high school that like would sit around like the front, like near the band, the band entrance of the
Yeah,
school. And like they just sit in a circle and just dip.
yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck, man? Y'all are like 15, 16. You're dipping.
yeah. Before
Like,
Columbine, I knew people who would like, they had guns in the trunks of their cars, and they would just be like showing them off because they were, we're in the South. People would go hunting and stuff.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then, they would keep them in the car. They would never like bring them in, but yeah, they would just be like, "Oh yeah, let's," and they would show them off during lunch. They would be like, "Yeah, I'm going hunting this weekend. I'm going to go to the range after school
Yeah,
and shoot this." And it wasn't too big of a deal until the school shooting started.
yeah,
Sadly,
yeah. Well, that still happens, man. Like, um,
yeah,
we bust a lot of kids that have not a lot, but like once in a while you get a kid that went hunting. We have a dog that comes there to do random contraband checks, and then the dog will hit on a car, and you got a pistol in your trunk. Oh shit, I went hunting and I left it in there. Well, you
now you're
know,
expelled, you little
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So,
And then you get some people, because we're in the South, who are like, oh, Second Amendment rights and all this shit. Like, yeah,
hmm
but don't bring it to school, and it's become weird. But hey, I gotta say that if it wasn't for Grand Theft Auto, I would not have my affinity for guns and my affinity for killing people and murdering people. It's all the video games that made me want to do it.
I mean, totally, man. Because mass genocide and murder didn't exist until
Oh, of
about
course.
2001.
Until
So,
Night Trap came out. God, that was the stupidest thing. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, back in the, what was it, 90s, um, Nintendo basically uh, came out against the two things that came out were Mortal Kombat and
mhm,
Night Trap. This
yeah,
And Nintendo was like, hey, this is them. This will never be us. That's why they do family friendly entertainment. They
yeah.
were basically, yeah, they're like,
Sega didn't give a fuck. They're like, all right, we like money.
and yeah, that's why if you ever look at Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo versus the Genesis has, blood, whereas the Super Nintendo has just sweat coming
Yeah.
off of, because of all that stuff. And that is actually what made the ESRB
hmm
back in the day, which were like how they would rate games between
Which
adults and mature
which
stuff.
totally made a difference, by the way, because
Oh yeah.
12-year-olds are still playing GTA and all that shit. So yeah, good job, guys.
As somebody who used to work for GameStop, I can tell you parents don't give a crap I
They
would say,
don't give a
okay, in
crap.
this game, you realize this is M for mature because it's got blood, language, shooting, killing, mass prostitution,
Yeah,
nudity, and the
whatever.
parents are like, whatever, my
That's
kid just
fine.
wants. He won't shut up, and he won't shut up about it. So they'll keep him quiet. That's all I care about.
Yep. Yep. So, rumors from Nintendo. So I've been
Yeah,
looking
what's
at
going on with that?
so it may this just one source so far, but there's this guy that and shit, I don't remember his name, but basically he predicts he may have like an insider in the in the industry or with Nintendo, but uh 2022 is slated to be the last strong year for the Switch.
Are they already trying to phase it out to the next one?
Yeah. It looks like 23 there'll be a new console out, whether that's going to be like a Switch 2
The
or a
Switch U.
Switch U, Switch Me. I don't fucking know. Supposedly it's 4K, all that good stuff.
Oh, finally, they're coming over to the 4K
Yeah,
realm.
yeah, they're coming over into, I guess, to compete with PS5 and Xbox Series X, XYZ, 3 million Infinity.
Whatever
Um,
Yeezys.
yeah. So I guess that's their way of competing with that. So supposedly it'll have new games, but it'll also be backwards compatible with the Switch. So you won't lose your library, I guess. Or they
So it'll basically be like when the DS came out, but there's still a thing that you can put your cartridges in.
It'd be like,
NBA games.
yeah, it'd be like going from the DS to the 3DS, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like that.
But wait a minute, wasn't 2023 wasn't that slated for Breath of the Wild 2? So is
Yeah,
that going to
so
be kind of like a
that's
dual
what
release?
that's what they're saying, that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be for this new console. None of this is confirmed. It's all rumor at this point.
Of
So
course.
don't take this with a grain of salt. But some games that they had rumored too. And this guy's been right about things in the past. He's been right about he called the new Metroid game Dread, and he called some other Nintendo games in the past, the remakes for Diamond and Pearl. He predicted those as well.
Well, that's
Um,
kind of an easy prediction when they've been remaking them for years.
Yeah, well, people
That's like
people thought
saying,
they were going to
"Hey,
do X, Y,
guess
and
what?
Z, and they never did Z. So,
Guess what? There's going to be a new Mario game in the next couple years.
oh
Shh, but
shit!
don't tell anybody."
Oh
So,
fuck! Well, they did predict a new 3D Mario game for this console. Breath of the Wild 2 would be on this new console. A new 2D Donkey Kong is coming within the next year or so.
I don't know how that's going to work out. Tropical Freeze did not do well.
Well, I enjoyed it, man.
I
That and Donkey Kong Country Returns, I thought they were great.
or maybe it was Returns. I don't remember. No, I don't remember. But anyway, go ahead.
Um, let's see. Of course, the Bayonetta 3, but that's already been confirmed. Um, Metroid Prime 4, but Nintendo announced that, so that's not really a rumor.
There's going to be a new. I'm predicting it now. There's going to be a new F-Zero.
It's about, okay, so this weird thing that they also talked about, but it's some type of Smash Brothers Mario Kart hybrid. However the fuck that I can't even describe how that's even gonna be.
So this is what I'm predicting is going to be kind of like the new. What did I just say? F-Zero.
F-Zero, yeah.
Where it's going to be kind of like amiibos, but instead of like amiibos, it's going to be the different cars that you can put on and you can upgrade, and then you can take them over to your friends and play on. And you could play them, and you could put them on the thing and play your friends. Like, oh yeah, I upgraded this one.
Shit, what was that thing for PlayStation? That was it Starflight? Starlink. Yeah, I can see it being like that, where you have to buy like accessory packs and put it on your car, and I can see that going. I can see them doing that, definitely.
And then you got to like race in order to get money in order to update your car, and you can just have your car there.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, cool, boom, and it's an actual little toy, and you can buy. It's going to be in conjunction with Hot Wheels, so you can buy race tracks where you can race your characters from Nintendo. This is just my prediction. I'm going off of nothing except for what I think would
I'm
make money,
just pulling it out of my ash.
literally. But this seems like something that they would do.
Yeah. I can see them doing that, just like the Starlink thing, even though that was a colossal failure. But
Yeah,
um,
it's very weird. Well,
it seems
Starlink,
like when Nintendo,
you didn't need the little thing in order to play Starlink.
I think you just need the starter kit, don't you?
You don't need, yeah, but you don't need the toy in order for it to play. You can still play the game.
Yeah.
You can get better stuff if you have the toy. It's kind of like you can
Obviously,
play
pay to
Breath of the
win.
Wild, but if you have, Zelda amiibos or whatever, you can. By the way, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about one thing about amiibos. And
Hmm.
I've noticed whenever I go into an old video game store or whatever, I always see tons of Skylanders. I see tons of Disney Infinity. I see tons of everything. There's never any amiibos on sale.
Yeah.
Are people just keeping their amiibos?
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Anything with a Nintendo stamp on it, it could be a pencil. It could be literally a piece of shit. It's got that Nintendo logo on it. You can bet your damn that people are hoarding the shit out of it.
Right, which okay, I can get that, but you figure at one store I would see one amiibo. No, I never see
Nah,
any
dude.
used amiibos. They're
I see a
all just
lot.
new.
You know where I see a lot of amiibo is fucking Best Buy. They always got some.
Well, they got them new. I'm talking I want a pre-owned. Where can I find pre-owned amiibos?
I don't know, dude. eBay.
Well, obviously. I'm talking like
Mercari.
in a store, in a GameStop or in a play and trade
I
or
used to see them in the GameStop. They had them in the like plastic bags with the little, the tags at the top. Those accessory bags that they usually do for like cords and
yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
they used to do them in there. Maybe they stopped taking them.
I guess so, because I know that they don't take Skylanders anymore because
Yeah.
God, they're everywhere.
Yeah, maybe they don't take them anymore because they're too much of a pain in the ass.
I guess.
And then there's not a lot of game. I mean, I guess there's still games that use that kind of shit. Smash Brothers for sure, but
Hmm.
like it's never been it. I don't think it ever took off to the level they wanted it to. Like, um, they have very limited functionality. I can only think like I'm thinking back to like Wii U. Like you got your Smash Brothers stats on there. And then you can like you I think Yoshi's Woolly World, you can unlock costumes, and that's about it.
Yeah, but Yoshi's Woolly World also had those big plushes that were also amiibos.
Yeah.
That was a good idea for people who are like, I don't want another amiibo, but people might want a plush of Yoshi, like the one that I got you for Christmas one year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just
Sitting on my
it's also
shelf right
amiibo.
now. Yeah. Yeah, I actually have the jumbo yarn Yoshi in box.
Yeah, I know you like Yoshi. That's why I got that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, it's just really weird.
Oh, and then another rumor they're talking about is a sequel to Let's Go.
Oh,
So
so
Let's Go
like a
Pikachu
gold and
2,
silver.
maybe. Like
Let's go Chikorita. Let's go Totodile.
Let's Go again.
But what Pokemon's going to be left out? You got Totodile, you got Chikorita, and you got what's the other one?
Cyndaquil.
Cyndaquil. So which one is going to be left out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's go Ho Ho. Let's go Ho.
Let's go, Ho.
So two things I want to say. One, so as you know, I'm going to an AEW show in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to figure out what sign I want to do because people are doing a lot of like video game signs.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, Final Fantasy VII is better than Xenoblade or whatever they're doing. They're doing a lot of gaming signs.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an idea as for one of the signs I want to do. Actually, I have two. So one of them is there's been a lot of talk that people want a remake of Wind Waker on the Switch. I'm not about that. I have a Wii U and I have the HD remake. I don't want another remake of Wind Waker because I still haven't beat that damn game.
So that's actually that is funny you say that because that was actually another rumor that they're doing a Wind Waker and a Twilight Princess, possibly in a 2-pack for the Switch.
If it's a 2-pack, maybe. Or what the hell?
I don't see them doing it as it. Well, maybe
Well, they did
because
the Mario.
they did the Mario, yeah.
triple pack. So what would be
Mhm.
the third game in there?
It may just be a dual pack
It
because
can't
they
just be that.
they already did Skyward Sword. They already did.
Yeah, Skyward Sword would be the other one if it was in there.
They're also talking about redoing Seasons and Ages,
That is what I want.
like
That is what I want.
in the
Like,
style of Link's Awakening.
which, by the way, if you don't have the Link's Awakening remake, you need to get that because it is.
Oh,
Really
I
good.
know it's on my list. It was
Okay,
good. It
that
was good back
so
in '92 when I played it.
I know, and I have it on my the Game and Watch, Zelda Game and
Mhm.
Watch. But yeah, I played Link. That is what I want. So my first sign that I'm thinking about doing is remake Ages and Seasons over
Mhm.
Wind Waker.
Remake
Because
Ages and Seasons.
yes, or like Ages and Seasons remake over a Wind Waker remake. Because I
Yeah,
think that would be good.
like you have the remake or Oracle
It's
of
greater than,
yeah is greater than or yeah, I got you.
Wind Waker.
Yeah. That'll be a
So
good one.
that's one sign that I'm doing. And then on the back it may say something like give us Banjo 3E.
That will never happen. Banjo 3E was
Sadly.
nuts and bolts.
No, it was not.
That's your Banjo
That is
3E.
not my Banjo 3E.
It was nuts and bolts, man.
Hashtag not my Banjo 3E. Because God, I do love Banjo, man. If the plush at Best Buy wasn't $40, I may have gotten it.
I don't know. Did the amiibo come out yet? Because good God, I have not seen that. I have not even. And I'm probably never gonna find that in the store.
Or give us Conker's Other Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, Conquers the next day.
God, I would have loved to have those $300-$400 statues that came out. You can still find them. But God, they're expensive.
Yeah,
the
no.
Banjo one and the Conker's one.
The first figure, I think.
What is
company.
it? The big like huge statue.
Yeah.
Where he's like on a throne.
I think they did a Spyro one. I really wanted that one. He had like the gems, like the different gems.
Yeah.
That would have been one I wanted. Love me some Spyro. I'm hopeful for a Spyro 4.
I didn't know you were a huge Spyro guy.
Oh man, like since PS1. I mean, my sister and I mean, some of our fondest memories is playing Spyro. I started with Spyro 2, and to this day, that's been my favorite one. I remember that Christmas I got my PlayStation 1, Spyro 2, and Crash Team Racing. Those are my first two games for PS1.
I never got into Spyro, but I will say I did get the Spyro trilogy on Switch back when it was like $20.
Yep.
Yeah, back during Black Friday when they had another buy two get one free.
Yep.
So I might give it a shot.
You should, man.
Solely on your recommendation.
You should. I'm sorry that my last recommendation didn't go over too well with you, Mass Effect, but
it's so.
If you can get through Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, much better game, hands down.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I could say that about a lot of games where the sequel is better, but it's like,
can't you skip it?
Yeah, but isn't there? That's what we talked about last time. Doesn't your character like carry over through the games though?
Well, like so if you play Mass Effect 2,
I'm gonna be lost on the lore.
Because they do like so if back in PS3 they didn't have Mass Effect 1. It was Xbox exclusive, right? So
really?
When Mass Effect 2 dropped, it dropped everywhere. So PlayStation people, what they had to do was play through this like little visual.
Hang on. I'm gonna have to contest you on that. Give me 1 second, if you don't mind. I'm going to the gaming shelf.
No.
Because I swear I have this. Hang on.
Yeah, there's a triple pack. There's a triple pack that came out near the end of the PS3's lifespan that had 1, 2, and 3 on it. But this was like when it first came out.
So yeah, I was about to say, on my gaming shelf, For the PS3, I
Yeah.
have the triple pack.
Yeah, I have that too, and that's the only way to get a physical copy of Mass Effect 1 for PS3.
Yeah.
So hence why I bought it, because I was like, oh shit, I have all three of them now. Because I was a huge, I guess still am. I don't count Andromeda, but so back when Mass Effect 2 first
There's
came
always
out,
a black sheep on the family of every great series.
and that ain't that the
Assassin's
truth?
Creed Unity.
Ain't that the truth?
God.
Fuck. Well, maybe Andromeda was, their Unity, and then what came after that
Even
was
Zelda had
Origin.
its unholy trilogy, and Jesus.
But yeah, so when you got Mass Effect 2 for PS3 when it first came out, when you boot up the game, you do this like visual novel, like little comic book, and it presents you with the main choices from the first game. So then you make those big choices that you can, like, should I save this person or this person, right? And then that's the way you can carry over into the second, and it gives you a recap of the first game too. So I don't know if that's in the legendary version that you have. I have no idea, but I would assume you could start with 2 and then just make the game choices right from the first game,
Yeah,
and
but
then carry
if I
on.
have the first game, why would I not just like? Does the first game ever get good at all? Because it seems so boring and generic to me. Like that's why
Well,
I never got into Mass Effect. Is that it's just like I know everybody's like, oh, it's good. The lore is good and it carries over, and I think that's very interesting.
yeah.
But if the gameplay is not fun, I can't do it.
Admittingly,
So I never got into Dragon Age.
the first one, yeah. If you can get through the first one, it's not as strong as the other two. In terms of how awesome these games are, it goes 2, 3, and 1.
It's kind of like when people say, "Oh man, Red Dead Redemption 2 is so good. You got to get past the first 20 hours, but after that, you're good." I'm like, who says that?
Yeah,
who says just wait 20 hours?
That's the thing. You don't have to play Mass Effect 1. That was my point. You could just start with 2. You could go to your PlayStation 3 right now, pop in Mass Effect 2, and just the combat in that one is phenomenal. You will not be disappointed.
I do like my PS3.
That would be my recommendation to you is if you don't like the first one, fuck
I
it.
don't know. I
Play the second one.
An hour into it, and I'm just like, eh.
It's it's a slow start, but the story gets really good. It does. It really does. But then in terms of the gameplay, it's at its peak during Mass Effect 2 by far.
Speaking of video game and other media, Witcher season 2 just came out on Netflix.
Oh yeah, my wife was telling me that. Yeah, I guess I gotta go back and watch the first one.
The first one's good. It's honestly like a lot of people are like, the second season is a bit of a letdown when compared to season 1. I'm about halfway through. I didn't binge it all. I like on episode, I don't know, 5 or 6. And he's I want him to do more witching, if you will.
Yeah.
I want to see more beasts, and I want to see more stuff.
I want it to be
the backstory.
I want it to be the game and just fight a
crap.
monster every corner is a damn quest I got to do.
Exactly. Like there's he's doing a lot less witching in this season.
Yeah, ain't much witching coming from the Witcher. What's going on here?
Like, we're getting into the backstory of the Witcher because they know that they can write off the second season because they're going to get 7 more seasons out of this.
Yeah, give me back my damn coin, fucking.
I mean, heck, Ashton Kutcher got 6 seasons of his show on Netflix. We can get
that
the ranch.
The 70s show in Montana. It's the same fucking thing.
It was okay. It was
the same exact show.
It was an okay show.
It's the same fucking show.
I like that 70s show. They're coming out with that 90s show. They're doing a reboot because everybody's out of ideas.
Yeah, they've been out of ideas for a long time, man.
Which means they need to hire us, but they won't. Oh my god!
No, because you know what?
Did you see the new Matrix?
I did. Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it? Question mark.
I didn't get it.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah.
I was watching it. I was watching it, and during the beginning where I remember telling my wife, I swear to God, if the first three Matrix movies was just like a fucking acid trip for this dude, I'm
Mhm.
gonna be so pissed off because that's what they were like leaning towards. Like he's a crazy person, and all this is in his head. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck you.
Well, here's what I did. As soon as like I figured out what they were trying to do, I was like, okay, I'm going to look at this movie in a different way. I'm not going to look at it as a Matrix movie. I'm going to look at it as a heist movie
Hmm.
because that's essentially what it was.
Yeah,
And I thought that was okay. I was never the biggest fan of the Matrix. I think we talked about this. My
yeah,
first DVD was the Matrix, and I
yeah.
never watched it. I was never a big fan of the Matrix, but I watched this in two parts. I watched the first hour, and then I stopped watching it for a while, and then I came
Let's
back that
soak
night and I
in. Yeah,
finished it.
yeah. I predicted that they would kill off Neo and
Mhm.
make the blue haired chick the new Neo. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Color me surprised when they just made Trinity Neo.
Yeah,
Um,
which the thing is a lot of people didn't realize this is a setup movie because they're doing another trilogy.
yeah.
Yeah. And I will say another movie that came out that we couldn't record last week because I was in the movie theater seeing this movie at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I haven't seen Spider Man. Don't ruin it for me now.
I want to
I
talk about it so much.
I know.
I
I'm
won't.
gonna I will during
This
my vacation. I'm probably gonna go on like a Wednesday where there's not a lot of people. Wednesday or
Yeah.
you know
I
in the
won't talk
morning.
about it because I think it's better that way. I believe in this movie that much. I cried a couple
Did
times.
you? Did
Yeah.
you? Wow.
Well, I'm a huge Spider-Man guy.
Yep.
And
As am
nobody had to
I.
dangle a Pokemon card in order for me to cry. I just did it on my own. That's a callback too early.
Mhm.
It was
That's what you
yeah.
call a reference, kids.
Yeah. I thought it was really
That's cool.
um
I'll be sure to check it out. I've been trying to avoid the internet like
like the plague.
yeah, like uh accidentally stumble upon some kind of fucking spoiler or something.
Well, I won't say anything,
It's like ah
which, because I believe that you should see this movie without it being spoiled
yeah.
for you.
Oh well, it's so there's a funny story to that. I've and you can ask my wife. I've avoided the internet. It's like I'm not going on YouTube. Fuck this. And then the other day my sister texted me, "Hey, did you see that Spider-Man movie? They got blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Fuck you."
What'd she tell you?
She told me that I'm gonna say this quietly in case my wife can hear because she doesn't know that all the homeboys are in it. Uh, the whole crew is there. It's like, oh, thanks. So I'll never
Well,
get to experience that part, seeing it because it.
listen,
So
that
thank
was the
you.
worst kept secret in the history of MCU.
Well, that's what she said too. But I was like, regardless,
Regardless.
it's had I gone in there blind and saw it, even if it was a rumor, like
Yeah. I will
fuck.
say you should have heard the cheers in the theater when I saw it when that happened.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure. I'm
but
sure the same
there
cheers.
are a lot of other stuff in there that is still like holy crap, they got that to happen.
I mean, I figured if they brought back the villains, that you know, they would have
Yeah.
brought back the heroes as well. Because how the fuck is one Spidey gonna fight six people?
Right.
You know,
So another piece of news. Guess what I did the other day?
what did you did?
I dropped $400 on a freaking hotel so I can go to Ichiban Con and do my panels.
Dude, I told you not to do that, man.
I don't care. I did it. It's whatever. I got
Uh,
the room. I got the room.
well, how about this? I'll pay
No,
you. I'll
nope,
crash
nope,
with
nope.
you and pay you half back.
Don't, dude. I was only able to get one thing, one bed. Don't worry about it.
I sleep on the floor. There's a couch in there usually in those rooms. I sleep on the couch.
Here's what I'll do.
I told you not to
I'll
do that,
sit.
man. I'm
What
paying you.
was
I'm crashing with you. I'm paying you. That's it. I'm crashing with you. I'm paying you half the
you
money back.
can't, man. I don't want you to do that for like one day. That doesn't make sense.
Nah,
Because you
fuck
can't
that.
come on the Friday. You can't come on the Friday. By the way, so we got the schedule of when the panels are.
Mm-hmm.
My first panel is 11 o'clock on Friday a.m.
Oh shit.
That's the retro collecting panel.
Oh,
That's what
that's
I'm
the
saying.
one.
That's the
Fuck.
one. That's what I'm saying. Is
God
like
damn it.
don't do it. It's fine. I got Christmas money. I paid it. You
What day
know,
is that Friday?
the 14th.
Is that a Martin Luther King weekend?
Is it?
The 14th? Yeah. It's that
Yeah,
weekend. Fuck. Yeah, that's damn it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If the panel was on Saturday, maybe. Although my
Is there no way to switch your didn't you have more than one panel?
I did, but my other panel is 18 plus, and that is Saturday at 7 o'clock at night. Because that's they have
The
to run the 18 plus
the
panels.
Disney stories.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I know, dude. But this is what I'm saying. If that retro collecting panel was on a Saturday, I would have been like, yeah, come and I'll get you the credit for that, so you can get a third off your ticket.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you come, that's just a bill of like almost $300 because half of the room plus then your ticket you would have to pay full price for the weekend. You would have to buy food. You would have to do all this stuff. And I'm like, don't do that. I'm not going to do that to you. Me, on the other hand, I paid $400 for the room. I'm getting my ticket almost for free. I'm only going to pay like $20. I got Christmas money. I'm going to sell stuff at the otaku flea market. I won't make all my money back, but I probably will have only spent maybe 150. So I'm
Yeah.
not stressing about it.
Fuck. That's a motherfucker though.
It was either that or ruin my reputation with the con by canceling, and I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I know. And so I talked with our mutual friend, the werewolf, and yeah, he agreed what the mutual other female friend did was bull crap.
Yeah, it's because you're going to a convention full of fucking people, and then you're trying to
Trying to hang out with
justify
those people. Yeah.
you're trying to justify kicking somebody out on fucking COVID. You realize you're in a small enclosed area with hundreds of fucking people who may or may not have the fucking virus, and you're worried about one person sleeping in your room. Like, get the fuck out of here.
It happened. It's whatever. I blatantly told him, like, look, I don't want her at the panels. The problem is she's been a big supporter of everything that I've been doing with Astro Cats and everything like that.
Yeah.
But this is an ender for me.
Oh,
So I said, I don't want her at the panels. I don't want, you can tell her that I told her that. I don't want her messaging me, apologizing and trying to make it better, because it will not be better. It will just upset me.
And she's
And
got
I'm
like
not-
she's got like a hate boner for you, man.
No, she doesn't. That's the thing.
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they all hate me. I just assume everybody hates me.
I don't.
I do. I assume that there's like 3 people that genuinely actually like me. Everybody else tolerates me. Because every once in a while I say something funny.
Well, that's all that matters. Your friends are only, you can count your friends on the one hand. So you're doing something right.
Yeah. I can count my girlfriend on one hand too. Heyo.
Oh. Well, that blows, man. Fuck. I was looking forward to doing the panel.
I know. If it wasn't on Friday, if it was on Saturday, we could have figured something out. Maybe.
And I'd ask for that Friday off too, but generally, if it falls on a holiday weekend, which it does, like the last work day before is like a like you can't, like if Monday we all have off, you can't take off Friday, restricted days.
Because I've done that where, like, if it's far enough in advance, I'll get the room and I'll invite a couple of my other friends, like, my writer for Astro Cats and my animator. And
I can still come up and hang out Saturday, man.
Yeah, but you can. And you know what? If you want to buy a ticket for the day, come hang out, then come to my panel.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll do that if you want to.
Because I'm on, I can stay crash with you, Saturday night. I'll pay for the night. Like, I don't mind doing that.
Again, I don't want you to have to do that, man.
Nah, fuck that, man. You're my friend. I ain't gonna fucking take advantage of you like that. So I'll come Saturday. Holly will probably come too. And I don't think she'll crash. She'll probably. I'm assuming she's gonna go back home, tend to the animals. If not, we'll
that's
go
the thing.
both go back
my
home.
panel's at 7.
Yeah.
You can get back home, and be back home at 10. That's the thing is, like, if you're not going to stay for Sunday, which there's probably no point because I just do the flea market and leave. You
Yeah.
can come up for just a day. We
Well,
can hang out.
if I'm buying a Saturday ticket, I mean, shit, isn't that like the price of the weekend?
No, I
Like,
think you can get
don't
just the
you
day. I think just the day, but I think it's still like $40
for just Saturday?
for
Fuck.
just Saturday. I think that's what I'm saying. You don't have to do it. We got a look at GalaxyCon because you can stay with me there. There's no hotel needed for that.
Mm-hmm.
We got GalaxyCon. Ooh, Playthrough Gaming Convention is coming back in March. And
Mm-hmm.
they asked us if we wanted a booth. And,
Mm-hmm.
then we would get free tickets. We can advertise AstroCats
Mm.
and we can go to that. And you can, I say if there's ever a convention in Raleigh, I say, hey,
Yeah.
you guys can crash with me. I got an
Well,
air mattress.
there's that one in Greenville that we didn't go to last year that I really encourage you to come to this one, man. The retro gaming the
How
one
far
down
away is that from your house, though?
20 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, yeah. I live right outside. I'm basically where I live is in between Greenville
Well,
and Spartanburg. You know.
got to censor all this. You can't dox yourself, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. And nobody's looking for me.
All right. Well,
It's a big area in
It's
between
like-
these two. I'm
it's
in
like-
between these two big cities. One city has a convention, and I'm like I'm pretty much right there. It's like 20 minutes.
I'll tell you what. Tell me when it is, and I will.
I can cut all this. I can cut all this out too. It's not a big deal.
Tell me when it is, and I will plan on it. So that way, yeah, I'll come down to South Carolina.
I think it was in the fall.
So the fall?
But,
Yeah, okay.
We may be moving by then too, but still.
Are you trying to come back to? Where are you trying to come back to, or where are you trying to go?
No, we're just trying to buy a house.
Oh, that's right. Oh, shoot. So you want me to come down, help you move, and go to the con? I see. How it is.
No, if we're moving, it'll be coming up in the springtime.
Okay.
Because that's when our lease is up. So hopefully we can,
I'm just messing with you. My thing is if I'm ever gonna move, I'm never gonna ask anybody to like help me move. I'm gonna be like, look, I'm gonna put up one of those like fundraising things like help me hire movers. You don't have to do it. Just give me $20 and then you don't have to like help me do it and you don't have to break your back for pizza and beer. Even though there's no beer because I don't buy people alcohol.
Yeah. Let's see. Gaming Convention 2022, South Carolina. Okay.
Well, there's SCGC, the South Carolina Game Exchange, which I actually heard was pretty fun this year.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I know the guys you follow on YouTube, or one of them was there. Jay, I think.
I don't follow the Game Chasers anymore. I do follow people like Scott the Waz now. He was there. And Phoenix Resale, even though I still can't believe we're glorifying resellers now.
Southeast Game Exchange. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
Yeah, I should have gone to that. A lot of people went to that. I was thinking about it. I should have gone. I think I was busy that weekend. I think I had like a rehearsal meeting or I had a writing meeting for the show that's been pushed back due to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So
something. I don't remember, but
I do remember I had something going on.
But I think that was like sometime in September. It may have been like Labor Day weekend or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Which is cool, so, and then you just crash here, man. Fuck.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Anytime if you want to come back for Animazement, man, you crash with me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still kind of, with COVID and everything else, I'm still kind of like I'm kind of easing
cons.
Yeah, I'm kind of easing back into it,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then you probably don't want to go to, you probably don't want to go to this con anyway, because it's going to be a lot of anime people and it's a smaller hotel, but it's a big con.
Yeah.
It's not a Raleigh Convention Center. It's literally at a hotel that has conference rooms.
Yeah, I know.
You've been
several times. Yeah.
Yeah. You introduced me to it. So, but that's what I'm saying is like, you probably don't want to go because it's a lot of people, but it's a smaller venue. If you're still worried about, COVID and everything, I don't want to worry about it, man. I paid the money. I did it. That was my choice and I'm okay with it.
I think I'll go.
I made the choice,
Man,
and I'm okay with it.
we'll see. We'll see. Closer we get.
If anything, now I have a room by myself. If some girl finds me cute or whatever, I can go back to my olden days of being at cons. Stuff I don't really do too much anymore. I can get back
Yeah.
into that.
All you gotta do is give me the word, man. Hey, I need the room for like, you know, an hour. All right, I got you, fam.
An hour, Jesus, you're giving me a lot of credit. I like that.
I like to give my friends the benefit of the doubt. Oh shit. Yeah, we'll see. So this is Ichiban Con, Charlotte, North Carolina, or Concord.
Concord.
Concord, North Carolina. This is coming up January the 14th.
And I'm going to be there.
You can catch Holty there. He'll be doing a panel on retro gaming, collecting.
Which I would still like your help if you want to, even though you can't do it on fixing up the thing. I mean, I could do it myself if you don't want to.
No, I got time, man. I can take a look at it, update some things on there.
All we got to do is
fuck. I wish I could have been there.
I know. All we got to do, but keep your name on it, because I do this every time I do the panel. Like, this is a panel that me and my buddy used to do. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here this year, but hey, he's given me permission to still run the panel, so we're gonna run it. Like, that's how I started off. Yeah. Basically, we just got to update the prices on everything.
For sure. We're going by. I was looking at it, and they were going by like 2010 prices.
Yeah, back when we first started this thing, yeah, it was at least 8 years ago.
Yeah, going on 10 years now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Good times, man.
Good times.
But I think we're gonna end the show here. We're coming at.
I think that's a natural stopping point around talking about upcoming stuff.
We are coming down to the hour now. Again, you can catch Holty at Ichiban Con.
I got panels Friday at 11 for Retro Collecting 101. And then Saturday at 7:00, I have Working for the Mouse, where it's an 18+ panel where I hold nothing back about the details of me sleeping my way through Disney, essentially. That's a big part of it, but there's also some stuff that a lot of people won't tell you when you work for Disney that I'm going to tell all.
Yeah, maybe we can record it and that'll be the next episode.
Heck no. Are you kidding me? I don't need the mouse coming after you for lawsuits and stuff.
Fuck the mouse, man. I said it.
I did. I'll tell that story.
Or did he fuck you?
No, she was nice. It was Minnie. It wasn't Mickey.
I got you.
Along with a couple princesses, a Winnie the Pooh type character. I slept my way through the 100-Acre Woods. Again, all these stories will be told at. I was a man slut for a time.
Aren't we all?
You know how like bands, they have like female like roadies.
Yeah.
They just like bring along. Yeah, I was essentially that for the entertainment department. For a lot of these females, because dude, a lot of the guys down there were gay, so they were like, hey,
I think a lot of the workers there are like, coming on work visas, and they're I know a lot of the princesses are like from like Eastern Europe, and they
will sleep with guys that are unattractive in order to get them to get a green card. Again, those are stories I do tell, because a couple people I knew actually fell into that trap. I never did. Yeah. I just had fun with them, and I was like, nah, I ain't stupid.
Yeah.
Because I had been down there a couple years. Yeah.
You think, you think with your right, the correct head. You don't think with the wrong head. That's good.
They call it the running of the virgins. When ever anybody comes down there to work for the Disney college program. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because all the permanent employees there realize all these people are down here for only a couple months. A lot of college students, a lot of college girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Anyway, I get into those stories and more. Saturday at Ichiban Con, 7:00.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on another Calamity Junction. Yes, that is the name moving forward. So the first couple episodes will still be the old name, but we're not changing it anymore. Like, I don't care who comes out and, no, fuck you. That's our name now.
Yeah. The Calamity Gannon Junction.
Yeah. Right. Calamity Junction. All right, guys, you guys have an awesome. I don't know when we'll do another show. Maybe next week. Just before New Year's, we'll do one more. Talk about the upcoming year. maybe some resolution stuff. But until then, just enjoy our backlog. You can drop us a line at Drop Shadow Show. I have yet to make a Twitter and email for Calamity Junction separately, but that's coming. But until then, it's at Drop Shadow Show. You can ask us questions, whatever, maybe some tips on how to collect games or how to sleep with the mouse. uh,
It's easier than you think.
and with that, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again, guys. Bye.